Hello everyone, this is Corel Mel with Key Lifestyle Solutions. Grandmother Raven's Turtle Call lights up the sky. And we're here with our pick a pile reading. So I'm going to give you a few moments to just concentrate on the different piles. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. See what you intuitively pick. This is a very interesting time of energy. Oh my goodness. So this reading is going to be from April 18th to April 24th. April 18th to April 24th. With this conjunction of Uranus and Jupiter, in the midst of the continuing shadow of the eclipse from the 8th, and also the lunar eclipse that we had. We've also had our spring equinox. And now we're moving into this other really interesting energy that's coming up on Saturday, which I think is going to illuminate new directions for many people. Remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. We will open up with an oracle card. And the one that came through was willing release. I find this very interesting because I sense that there's an unwillingness in the air about letting old things go. I'm feeling it in my space. I'm sure many of you are feeling it in your space. And I didn't do a card reading last week, or a pick a pile reading, because I had company visiting me from out of town. So I thought, no, I'm just going to leave it and wait for the right moment. And all of a sudden it was just like, now's the moment. So I listened to that. I don't think that all the energies always specifically say it's right now. Sometimes we get into our linear thinking and we believe that we have to, have a specific date doing our readings, but I really listen to what Spirit has to say. And of course, there's timing for everybody is different. But let's look and see what this willing release is. And I like to theme the pick a pile readings, and I think this is what this is, because so much is transforming at this time and there's change wanting to erupt. And I feel like it's just like right there. I can't put my finger on all of it, even just for myself. But let's see what this card has to share. So it's yielding to a divine plan. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Releasing attachment to form, especially if something isn't what you expected or wanted. Leaving room for serendipity. Love it, because that's exactly what it feels like. Some days you have to let go of your struggle to find an answer and focus on other things for a while. This doesn't mean giving up altogether or losing anything. Remember that in our co-creative partnership with the divine, give and take is necessary. You do your part by setting your intentions and taking any necessary actions, but you must then surrender the form, the timing, and the how to your higher power. There is a divine plan for each of us. When acting on this faith, you may find that your intense desire for something translates into a feeling of attachment and entitlement. And I would say that's exactly the energy I was feeling. Right now, can you immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference? Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it's not packaged in the form you thought you wanted? Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see what you've received, the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants and needs. So true. You have put in the work to find your desires, and felt them deeply and engaged your higher power. Now you must let go and see what transpires. This isn't always easy. Impatience erodes the foundations of your trust in the divine. Surrendering truly will serve your highest good. Knowing this truth in your heart, can that really be so difficult? Today feels like it's so difficult. I don't know about the rest of you, but today just does. That's today. And the other interesting thing is we have this beautiful blanket of snow, and it's like it has put a silence into the atmosphere. This silence. The silence is almost noisy, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's begin with pile number 1. Pile number 1. Daughter of Wands, luxury. In the reverse, 9 of Cups, fortune. Oh, isn't that interesting? 4 of Stones, power of the earth. Oh my goodness. No, pile number 1. And the Devil, temptation. I like this. Pile number 1. This, wow. So the desire to be in the seat of luxury is in this pile. You feel, sense, and know all the beauty that you're looking for at this time. The 9 of Cups in reverse, fortune. Like this is like, you know, Cups energy is the water and emotion. But when I look at this, fortune, it's like there's something deep inside that's not coalescing in your relationships the way you would like. It's on the verge of spilling into other cups. That's what I see. It's a temporary pause. 4 of Stones, power of the earth. I think that we're missing the power of the earth. And if you look in here, I look at these as the 4 elements of the earth. And maybe it's because it's too airy-fairy and you're thinking up in the clouds about all the things you desire, you want to manifest. But there's something here that's tempting you to look away. So this offers temptation to make rash decisions about things that probably should not be in your radar. But there's a temptation, whether it's from a person, whether it's, you know, the gold pie in the sky that you're going for. There's something missing here. There's, you know, perhaps you're not feeling grounded. Perhaps you're not feeling the gifts and the work that you've put in, so much work that you've put in to whatever project it is or relationship, that it's not rewarding anymore. And this is saying you need to make new decisions to move on. The temptation is to do it because you think that it's going to give you the luxury. But in actual fact, there's turmoil inside about which direction you should go. It's something you don't want to let go of. There's a temptation to want to hold on to the old, which is, it could be a relationship, it could be a career, it could be a project. And it feels like the universe is really trying to change things up and make something, like the divine is trying to put something in your path that is the real prize, right? And you're just not feeling it right now. So pile number 1, the temptations that are there, you have to ask yourself, what's tempting me at this moment? Am I feeding am I loving myself enough? Am I feeding my desires? This here, going for the pie in the sky and dreaming about it. No, but here's the other part of this. You have the capability to bring the pie in the sky. However, during this time, there are things that have not been resolved karmically inside of you. So it might be an entanglement with somebody or something. Yes, I would agree with that sensation. Something has not been completely resolved, and there's going to be a temptation. There's going to be a temptation to either go down the rabbit hole on a conspiracy theory or go back to old stories. This is not how it's done. It's supposed to be done like this. Well, maybe it's time for new ways of doing things, not the old way. This is also saying that. Pile number 1. I feel like I need to pull another card. And I sense it's just an oracle card. So let me just, pile number 1. I just want to do that for this because it just feels like it has something more to say that's not coming out in the cards. So let me just take a quick look here. I love these 7 energies oracle. Oh, here we go. No. Okay, it's that one. All right. Number 40. The land between. Okay, this is very interesting. The land between. I think for pile number 1, this is about coming to your center. It's not about picking sides. It's about being neutral. And if you find that your emotions are getting carried away, what is the land in between? Let's see what this card has to offer. Okay, the land in between. Being between worlds. Learning to be okay while at the threshold of what was and what will be. A time of waiting and evolving. Gray areas, something essential yet still in development. Metamorphosis. So whatever it is, it's still creating itself. So we cannot lose. Do not get tempted by other shiny objects. That is the key here. Stay steady and true. Steady and true. You're in a process of change. You know that you were called to it and can no longer be who you were. But you aren't sure what the next experience of your life will be. You are in between what was and what could be. In a pupal stage. Like during the metamorphosis of the caterpillar into the butterfly. However, you can't just skip the messy parts. You have to endure the unknown and uncomfortable as you reinvent yourself. This is so true. The thing is, you're not quite there yet. You have one foot in the past, even if you're ready to shed that version of yourself and become something new. So this is exactly what this layout is saying. You must start redefining who you are in the context of your question. What do you believe is possible when you get to the next place? Can you explore this stage of your evolution to get to know yourself better? The process in between worlds is where things get really interesting. You learn how to manage your fear, how to stay present in the now, how to see in the dark. You absorb the lessons offered to you with grace because you can't go any faster. This is a real test of emotional fortitude, patience, trust, and humility. And once you have made this no man's land your home, it will be part of you. Then whatever was set in motion comes to life. This is what you've been waiting for. When you look back, you will grow to love the place in between, for that is where you were reborn. So very, 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 very important part of this for pile number 1. That is for you. Okay, pile number 1. Great message. We're going to go on to pile number 2. And we have 2 wands in reverse. The Emperor straight up. 4 of Swords in reverse. Oh, this is interesting. Pile number 2. The Hierophant and the Knight of Swords. Okay, things are slowing down. There's uncertainty here, pile number 2, about where you're going, but it looks like, you know, there's been some improvement in your growth along this journey. You don't feel as lost with your heart. So it takes me to looking at the heart, and then how, you know, you're feeling lethargic about the whole situation. But what I like about this, in between these cards, look at this. These are in reverse, and these 2 are straight up. This is very outwardly. This is how you show up in the world. Strong, confident, entrepreneurial. This is a very Aries, action-oriented card, this Emperor. But there's a strength inside of you. You do know where you want to go. So you can taste it and feel it. It just hasn't manifested completely into the tonal yet. I like that the Hierophant is here, because you're actually hearing very important messages from Spirit. This is what you're listening to. This is what you have to listen to. You've halted going quickly towards something, and the 2 of Wands is like there's an uncertainty of what that's supposed to look like. Well, yes, because we're in this place in the in-between, as was revealed in pile number 1. We are there. This is where we're sitting right now. This week is going to be difficult for many people, because they do want to leap into moving forward faster than what they're capable of doing at this point. And checking in with, you know, taking that time to really hear your higher self, and then discern the new steps that you're going to take. This does not mean you're going to throw in the towel. This means that on the outer world, or people see you, you're going to emulate and walk out who you really are. Okay, that's the important part. By getting the messages, what you're hearing from Spirit. There's something that's been hidden for a very long time that you did not see, that's being revealed right now. You didn't see it. For whatever reason, through karma, through indecisions, through, you know, wanting something more that you thought you were working towards, yet that never delivered what you desired. So the good news here is, this isn't about your heart feeling broken. Like, are you feeling broken? You're actually very, very present with yourself. And you're going to do what you have to do in order to continue the journey. But this is a pause time, especially this week. You're not going to feel new momentum till after Saturday on the 20th of April. I think engaging with these new energies is important. And if you're feeling in your heart this tumultuous, like it's just restless and it doesn't feel right, something is, you're being reborn. You are finding yourself. These are important times. We have to listen to that. So whether it's something very physical that you're doing, you know, maybe you're changing your diet, maybe you are doing more exercise, something in the physical that's changing in your world. But if we look at our inner medicine wheel, all aspects of self here, there is 5 cards. So every aspect of self is going through a metamorphosis of change. This is very interesting. So it's funny how Spirit talks to me sometimes. It's saying to pick a card for pile number 2, an oracle as well. So let's do that because I think that's important. Pile number 2. And we'll see what comes up for you as an oracle to sum this up. But you know, it's like, oh, the other thing that's coming through, there is doubt if you're in the right space. But you are. You absolutely are. Don't get caught up in the energies of the world right now. Okay, the world is a little angry. The world, there's so many people that are just losing it with anger. We have to see each one of us on this planet has to look inside to see, where's that anger coming from? Like, what is it for you? Don't look outward, look inward. There's some deep messages here. But it's not time to rush towards anything this coming week. What's pile number 2? What's the message, Sacred One? It's truly grateful. Here we go. Oh, this is great. Earth Magic. And it's the first card. So there's a new beginning. I love this. There's a new beginning on the other side of next week. So I'm anxious to look at that too. What's on the other side of next week? I think we're all getting impatient. But okay, let's look at this. Being grounded in nature, the quiet, dark place where all things begin, where essence is first ignited before manifestation, knowing you are part of the earth and she is part of you. Okay, see this? It's going within. Yeah. Earth Magic speaks to the intrinsic relationship that you and all living things have with the consciousness of the earth, also known as Gaia. Imagine the oak tree that begins its journey as an acorn gathering the life force energy it needs from the earth so it can sprout up from the ground. Because you are part of nature, you follow the same cycle of manifestation. Everything you are, your evolution, and the successful manifestation of your dreams begin below the surface of below the surface of consciousness until an idea comes, conviction takes hold, and something meaningful can be planted. This is totally the energy. Like, it's quickening. Be still for a moment. Quiet your thoughts and imagine. Be still for a moment. Quiet your thoughts and imagine anchoring your energy to the sacred quality of being part of this living earth. Do this mindfully to connect to the divine intelligence with the power to create the perfect form from the essence of a tiny spark of life. Indeed, this is miraculous. The message now is to trust that the seeds you've planted in your field of dreams are in good hands. The earth is a conscious, divine source of love that is doing its part on your behalf. Slow down, take in the beauty of your life now, and trust that what you are intending is being nourished and is growing. There will be plenty of time later to tend to your garden, to water it and weed it. Great magic is germinating underground, working its way to the surface to deliver more blessings than you could imagine. Let it. This is such a great reminder. So, if you're able to get out and do some grounding when the weather warms up a bit, get your feet on the earth. That's part of the situation that we're in right now as well. Okay, so pile number 2, sorry. That is your reading. I like it. There's something there for all of us in each pile. It's just a question of which one you pick. Okay, pile number 3. The Tower in reverse. Peace of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. It might be about peace. In reverse. Okay. The World. Straight up. 9 of Wands. Straight up. Wow. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. 2 of Cups. straight up. Four of Swords straight up. And the Sun in reverse. Okay. This is almost saying the same thing as pile number 1. Almost. Okay. So this week into next week, you may be coming on the other side of a tower moment, or the tower moment isn't happening just yet for pile number 3. So whoever picked pile number 3, there's change coming, but this isn't the right time. Page of Pentacles. It's like a message that you're waiting for in regards to creating abundance is not showing up as you had hoped. The good news here is the World card. She's looking towards this and she's like, I'm ready to present to the world. Like, I'm ready to show up. And the Nine of Wands is this movement wanting to go forward. But what I sense is tiredness, tired of waiting, tired of waiting, tired of waiting. Although it almost feels like I'm at the finish line. Can't I just cross? I'm there. Can't I just cross? Like, he's holding his wand and the other wands are behind him. He's just waiting. See? Look, there's like some rocks there and some ivy. It also takes me to this little scarab bug beetle thing. Change is there. Okay, it's stalled right now. And you might be the perpetrator of the stall because you're being impatient. That could be one thing. Two of Pentacles in reverse. The money is stalled. Everything is stalled right now. Two of Cups. This, if you look at, okay, so this is if you are wanting to move forward with a new career or entrepreneurship or something like that. Maybe you're trying to make this change and it just feels so slow. In a relationship point of view, it's almost the same thing. It's like, don't wait on somebody else because they have to do their journey. You have to do your own journey. And you might be afraid of the tower moment that's going to ensue once this individual shows up. But there's this true connection with a soulmate. And you're supposed to be together, but like I said, eclipse time, all these things that are happening in the world aren't allowing. It's not the right time, is what it's saying. The Four of Swords, it's like there's also contemplation of feeling shame and guilt here. And it's like feeling defeated. Actually feeling defeated. And the heart is aching a bit here too. The Sun, it's like it doesn't feel like you're able to move forward yet because like the Sun is in reverse. It's one of the best cards in the deck. It's like shining your beauty, shining towards the world who you are. And you just feel, whether this is your talents you're trying to get out into the world, there's been a stall, a big stall here. Maybe you feel you don't have enough money. I think this is an illusion. This feels like an illusion of I can't go forward. Okay. I can't possibly go forward right now. Well, no, you kind of can't. There's a few reasons. Astrologically or energetically, you can't go forward because we're in a Mercury retrograde. That might be another reason that you're just at a stall and nothing's moving. Communication-wise, you're not hearing from the person that you love, but they're communicating with you through the dream time and telepathically. But they're going through their own stuff here. They don't feel worthy of this connection. If you're looking at a love relationship, they don't feel worthy of it. But this, look at, like, these are stalls. And this is saying, I'm so ready to show up in the world. I'm so ready. Well, yeah, but you're looking at the past. So see how she's looking. It's like at the past, the past, the past. It's not about the past. And nothing's going to change. So this is saying, take what you have so far and nurture and celebrate your accomplishments and practice gratitude around what you already accomplished. Okay? This is a temporary pause. I know last week's there was some interesting energies there too. It felt like you just can't get going. But again, we have Mercury retrograde, so that's a communication thing. I really sense that turning your eyes away from the past and not focusing so much on getting across the finish line. With a person, a career, you don't need to keep rehashing the old shit. You don't. It's like practicing to be in the moment. Be in the moment. That's what the cards are saying. And there's a stall. It ain't happening anytime soon, but there's something in the works. There's something in the works here. Definitely. Now, this person that I'm picking up on just does not know how to express their emotions correctly. They don't know how to do that verbally. They believe that they show it. They show it, and that's how you do it. You show it. No, it needs communication. So this is interesting to me. And this might even be towards self. Like, how do you communicate with your higher self? And how are you going to get out of keep repeating past situations? Got to get out of the past. This is looking at the past. Past hurts, past things you didn't accomplish. And you have to really become one with self. Like, learn to balance your masculine, feminine energy to see how you're going to go on. This might be very linked to ancestral lineage pieces too. You know, for pile number 3, this is like you start a project, you start something that seems amazing and big, and then it just flops. It doesn't finish. This could be something karmically there that has to be resolved. Okay. I'm picking an oracle card. For some reason, Spirit wanted an oracle card for each direction. So I'm going to take the one that's on top. Okay. I like this. Into me, I see. 8. This is an 8 year. This is a time of looking at our shadow. We cannot move forward until we look and be honest about the shadow pieces that are sitting there. Into me, I see. And once you understand more about who you are and how you want to move in the world, then it'll start to shift. And 8 is about infinity, patterns and habits and addictions, all those things. Okay, that's what's being revealed in so many ways, like personally, the world, people, situations is all showing up. Okay, let's see what this card says. Intimacy, trust in another, dropping shields and rigid boundaries to allow connection, the willingness to be vulnerable. So this relationship, whatever it is, you're not willing to be vulnerable to get it. Or it could be a partnership too. It doesn't matter what it is. You have to have the willingness to be vulnerable and speak your truth. At certain precious moments, You're called into a deep and meaningful connection with the world or another person. See? A magical affinity arises with the kind of intimacy that in turn encourages a greater understanding of yourself. The relationship acts as a mirror, helping you see your own patterns. So if you're married, have family, twin flame is another great example of showing those patterns. What it reflects about you can further your own personal evolution. So true. Now is the time to take a risk by connecting with another. Can you see how far you've come? Can you see what is still active within you that needs to change or heal? You will discover more about who you are as you discover more about another. Even if you cannot possibly know what it's truly like to be in someone else's shoes, you can listen and learn. This is a magical gift being offered to you right now. This concept applies beyond romantic connection. Absolutely it does. What do the dynamics in your closest relationships, work relationships, and families say about you? Relationships are extraordinary opportunities for healing. When predicated on honesty and caring, they have a great impact on how you contribute to the world. So, you see the world card here? How are you contributing? Are you basing it on old patterns and beliefs? That's a good question. Intimate relationships hold up a mirror of truth and reveal more treasures than you might ever expect. If you can look into it, take a risk and see everything as beautiful, even in its imperfections. Imagine how deep you could go. That's the question. We got Chiron in the mix of all this energy that's happening, and it's about the wounded healer. And so if we can look inside to see what our wounds are. An astrologer mentioned when we were doing a class, he said, if you can connect with somebody on a true playing field, I hear you and I see you. Or I'm here and I see you. I am here and I see you. Do you really see them? Yes, sometimes people don't want to discuss it because they would just want to be right. That's okay. Don't say anything. Just be there. Let them be them. It's difficult to do this during this time, and these cards are revealing this. Can you hold space for yourself and also another? Well, pile number 3, that's a lot. But I can see now why Spirit wanted me to pull the oracle, because each card goes with each pile. That's very cool. So, I hope that helps. Please like, share, and subscribe. I truly am grateful for you stopping by, and love, love, love doing the card readings. I love doing them. And I hope that helps. And we will talk to you very soon, probably next week.